I remember when I was at the age of these young singers that we're working with now, and I remember very strongly thinking, why do I have to go overseas for this extra coaching? Why can't someone do something so that it's accessible to us here? And so I guess the seed from the school was planted all those years ago. I've really been very, very lucky in that Griffith University Queensland Conservatorium of Music has agreed and indeed is supporting the school by allowing us to use their building, and without that help it wouldn't be possible. We also have developed a partnership with Opera Queensland, so they are financial sponsors, but they also have undertaken to use some of the school's singers when appropriate. Richard Wen of Queensland Symphony Orchestra has offered numerous students of the Lisa Gasteen National Opera School work, and they've worked professionally with Queensland Symphony. Also, it's great that a lot of my associates from when I was active in the operatic profession, they come along and they hear the auditions that we have. We have a day of auditions, and so we get people from various symphony orchestras, we get some of the opera companies, we get many agents, and that's a very useful thing for the students, and that has proved also to be very successful.
I felt like the world has come to me, like rather than having to pay tens of thousands of dollars to go to 2 spots in Germany and then to Washington DC for Giovanni, or to the Met Opera in New York. We've had some of the best in the world actually brought to Australia, to us, for us to learn from, and also to learn from some of the best in Australia.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's been fantastic. So,
Yes.
In the week that people have come to us with specific problems where you think, actually this should be a basic of education, you know, anything to do with the language or to do with musical skills, something where you think, really this should have been learnt by now. And it's not obviously being offered as a guarantee, as a default line. And so perhaps offering that sort of opportunity where people can come from overseas, or people with a little more experience, or people with an intimate, in your case, mother tongue knowledge of a specific language, can say, no, this is how it's done. This is the technical requirements. And before you go overseas, to measure yourself with singers coming from all over the world and being very well prepared. There are many, many, many very well prepared cultures. The Koreans basically are coming incredibly well prepared to every single audition, going off with all the prizes because the preparation's there. They know their languages, they know the melody, they know the sense of style, they've been coaching. And to offer someone here, an Australian singer, that opportunity before they go overseas so that they're better equipped, I think that is a unique possibility. 1, 2, 3, D, East, D. That's right, because in that tempo that's about as much time as we need for. Anything tighter than that becomes a little bit too mean and nasty. Anything before that, and the vowel is too short. Is it clear? Okay. Try not to slide in with the first Z too much. Z, but rather Z. That's right, just drops in. 2, 3. Z.
A singer can, within the space of a few days,
in fact, sometimes within one day, in fact within one morning, and go from coach to coach.
Have had 7,
the poor things,
lessons with 7 different people, all of whom are working to the same high standard, all who are trying to get a particular point across but may have different ways to say it.
One thing I've learnt more than anything from the masters who have been here, such as John Fisher and Giovanni Reggioli, is that the language really drives the music in such a significant way. It's not just the music. The language often, especially by the great composers, dictates how the music is phrased and where the music is going. And so without those skills, there's only so much only musical training can do.
My mission statement, which is to provide for developing Australian operatic singers the very best of what they can expect when they travel overseas, I believe is being fulfilled according to the feedback from students who have gone on to be successful overseas. It's happening. So this is a very exciting development, and I will keep working towards that.